Yikes. Yikes.
Bro?
Alright, the FGC is an amazing, but a weird kind of state. Like in 2022, we know so much stuff is coming, but nothing being 100% confirmed or just announced, or no information pretty much on anything yet as of the first month end. Essentially, we just got biking and Strive, which is fire, by the way. I really like biking. I know a lot of other players are like, eh. And then Blaze of Central Fiction is getting a huge resurgence right now due to rollback netcode and new improvements still to this day. But over the past couple weeks or so, I've been messing around and playing some of the King of Fighters series back and forth like 98 and 2002. And I realized something, that the King of Fighters series still has since the beginning of time. And I 100% believe that it has its own personality.
Yeah! Yeah! That's the best.
It's something I feel like a lot of fighting games lack nowadays, and that's just passion. KOF 2002 made me realize this, and looking back at the KOF 15 beta, the game gave me the same energy. Alright, I'ma just say it. The King of Fighters 15 has the sauce. It looks good in my opinion, especially for the style SNK games go for in 2022, and the game can be really cute as hell sometimes. Be ready for the Psycho Ball game in February 2022. It's coming, you know, if you know. I know many people in the FGC right now are like, man, why play the new fighting games when the old ones got rollback coming to them? And just like Giuna always says, old game good, new game bad. First things first, y'all should already know why you should care about King of Fighters 15 on launch is that the game's gonna have 39 characters on a base roster fighting game. Yes, this game is a team-based game, but a lot of team-based games don't even have this nowadays. This game is one of the biggest rosters for a tag game in 2022. Not trying to bring any other game down in the past decade, but I think this is one of the biggest base rosters in a launch version of a fighting game besides Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 having 50 characters in the past decade. But you also gotta realize that game is pretty much an expansion from the original Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Also, if you're a big fan of the more traditional fighting games, this is the game you're probably looking for right now. Yeah, it got auto combos, but if you tired of gameplay changing too much with some games to where it doesn't feel like the original or traditional way of fighting games you like, I think King of Fighters is still keeping its core gameplay and is what made people love it in the first place, but it's more of another step in evolution in the right way. But look bro, we gotta address the elephant in the room, the 3v3 aspect of King of Fighters. So I know many people legit do not even want to play this game because they don't understand why you have 3 characters, each round being 1v1. For a long period of time, I 100% did not understand why they continue to opt for rounds with 2 characters instead of just putting everyone in the match. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, for a long period of time until I actually got into the FGC, I just didn't understand why they just continued to opt for rounds with 3 characters instead of just putting everyone in the match. I mean, listen, am I wrong though? Around the late 90s, I'll say about, I think 1998 to exact, Marvel vs. Capcom dropped. And you see how Marvel took over the FGC for years for many people. But I'm here to tell you, you could play either 3v3 or 1v1 in the King of Fighters 15. Essentially, my best course of advice for learning how to play the game is playing 1v1 so you can learn your characters. The beauty of 3v3 in KOF 15 that a lot of people don't understand is that learning how to create your team synergy with the teams you pick, the characters you play, it also establishes a whole different layer of metagame in this type of game. It's so unique compared to any other fighting game in the genre period. Like, the way you use meter can also carry you a lot too. Even in King of Fighters 15, you can pretty much do combos like this if you have meter. The hard part of King of Fighters, in my personal opinion, because I don't even understand it like everybody else been saying recently, is understanding the neutral of the game. And a little technical sides of like rolling and all the other stuff as well. However, that comes as you just play the game. If you want to take a deep dive into a King of Fighters 15 discussion on difficulty, go watch Ignorant Rizzy's video, which will be linked in the description down below. But let's answer the question again. Why should you care about King of Fighters 15? I mean, I can cheat and just say, yo, it got rollback. Y'all said if it had no rollback, no buy. That's kind of weak. Listen, this game got a Splatoon girl, bruh. Act like y'all don't like Splatoon. Act like this character don't like Inkling if she's in another fighting game. Alright, that's pretty cringe. I'm chill out. I'll just say this about King of Fighters XV and I. Many people have been complaining that new fighting games have gimmicks that they generally hate. And King of Fighters XV is literally an evolution of the King of Fighters and somewhat a unique evolution of the traditional 2D fighting game. Personally, I think KOF XV feels way faster than a Street Fighter game, but not quite up to the crazy ass level of an anime fighter. Plus, if you look at King of Fighters XV full roster and say, dang, I don't like anyone, you're lying in 4K. I called you, bruh. Regardless, that being said, it's Avataryaya, and I think you should all try King of Fighters at some point, or potentially even try out King of Fighters 15. Hopefully get another beta this month, who knows, but whatever, go try one of the King of Fighters games, see if you like any characters you rock, and look, if you're a horny person, just pick Shermie, okay? Alright, I'ma chill out. I'm stopping with the jokes. The last beta, though, shattered my expectations. Oh, I didn't have time to actually talk about the KOF 15 beta. The first beta had some rollback issues, but however, when it wasn't, it was still pretty fun. With King of Fighters 15's second beta, though, this game was up there low-key for me, almost with Guilty Gear Strive in terms of connection. Is it as good as Guilty Gear Strive? No, but it was pretty solid, bro. Really good online infrastructure that SNK is working on, and I promise you it should even be even better by the time the game releases in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. I just think KOF is just very strong with its core, and I think if you really care about the history of fighting games, they're preserving it in their own way while also making it very, you know the word I'm about to say, accessible for newer players to get into this franchise. So I don't know, y'all. I think y'all should just try out King of Fighters anyway. The beta slap. I think the beta was really cool. I think the only problem with the betas was that we just didn't have that many character options out of the 39 character roster. However, to their own, we don't even know if we get another beta in the next couple days, like I said earlier in this video. And listen, if you made it this far, you know I'm low-key cringy anyway, alright? But damn, consider subscribing and hitting the bell for all more content on the Avataryaya channel. I cover fighting games, and now we're going to be covering RPGs into 2022. Well, a little bit of anime games. We're going into a different direction this year, so let's do it. Thank you for watching the video, though. And also, remember, you guys are golden, and that is raw. Follow me on Twitter at avataryayaTV_. And remember, importantly, to have yourself a damn good one. I'm out. Peace.
I've been the devil, I need me an arc in the heart of my breathing, I feel like Tanjiro. Walking this bitch with a Zapato, I'll let you rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch, I'm a dick, man, I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I feel like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.